The Andes, building mountains along subduction zones. Title: The Andes, building mountains along subduction zones. Introduction, 100 words. The Andes, the world's longest continental mountain range, captivates the imagination with its dramatic peaks and stunning landscapes. Stretching over 7,000 kilometers along South America's Western Sea. The Andes have a fascinating geological history. These mountains owe their existence to a complex process known as subduction, where the Nazca Plate converges with the South American Plate. In this article, we will explore how the Andes were formed, the geodynamics behind their creation, and the unique natural wonders they harbor. 1. The tectonic dance at subduction zones, 250 words. To fully understand the formation of the Andes, one must delve into the intricacies of plate tectonics. Subduction zones, where one tectonic plate slides beneath another, are the key players in Mount. Building. In the case of the Andes, the oceanic Nazca Plate is forced beneath the continental South American Plate due to their convergent motion. As the Nazca Plate descends into the Earth's mantle, it generates intense heat and pressure, causing partial melting. 2. Rise and fall, the cycle of magmatism, 250 words. A critical consequence of subduction is the generation of magma, molten rock that rises toward the Earth's surface. This magma accumulates in vast underground chambers called magma chambers. Over time, portions of the magma solidify, forming intrusive rock bodies called plutons. However, some magma makes its way to the surface, resulting in volcanic activity. The Andes exhibit a range of volcanic features, from shield volcanoes to stratovolcanoes. Shield volcanoes, such as the Chilean Nevados de Chillón, are characterized by broad, gently sloping profiles. Stratovolcanoes, like the iconic Mount Aconcagua, are cone-shaped with steep sides and explosive eruptions due to the accumulation of viscous magma. 3. Squeezed and crinkled, the fold and thrust belt, 350 words. Subduction not only gives rise to volcanic activity but also plays a pivotal role in the creation of mountain ranges. As the dense Nazca Plate sinks beneath the South American Plate, it causes compression and deformation of the overriding plate. These forces result in a phenomenon known as the fold and thrust belt in the Andes. The fold and thrust belt is a series of folds, faults, and thrusts that buckle and uplift the Earth's crust, forming mountain ranges. This process is responsible for the Andes' distinctive geological features, including towering peaks, deep valleys, and steep cliffs. The Patagonian Andes, with its stunning fjords and sharp peaks, exemplifies the dramatic results of this ongoing tectonic activity. 4. Earthquake Alley, seismicity in the Andes, 300 words. The Andes is no stranger to seismic activity. The immense pressures and strains associated with subduction generate frequent earthquakes along the mountain range. Particularly notorious is the Subduction zone off the coast of Chile, where the Nazca Plate rapidly dives beneath the South American Plate. This region, known as the Peru-Chile Trench, experiences some of the most powerful earthquakes in history, including the infamous 1960 Valdivia earthquake. These seismic events are not only a product of the Andes formation but also demonstrate the continuous adjustments that occur due to plate motion. 5. Biodiversity hotspots, the Andean ecosystems, 300 words. The Andes harbor a remarkable range of ecosystems, making them one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. The diverse topography and varying climatic conditions along the mountain range have contributed to the evolution of unique and diverse species. From the cloud forests of Ecuador to the high-altitude grasslands of the Altiplano, the Andes support a rich array of flora and fauna. The Sacred Valley of the Incas in Peru, with its terraced agricultural fields, highlights the Andes' historical significance as a cradle of civilization and innovation. The Andean condor, the largest flying bird in the world, soars above the mountain peaks, while the elusive mountain puma roams its rugged slopes. 6. Human interaction, the Andes and indigenous cultures, 350 words. The Andes have long been home to indigenous cultures that have thrived in these challenging yet rewarding landscapes. These diverse communities have developed unique ways of life, adapting to the environment and utilizing the resources provided by the mountains. From the Quechua and Aymara people in Peru and Bolivia to the Mapuche in Chile and the Quechua in Ecuador, the Andean region is a tapestry of rich cultural traditions. The Inca civilization, with its capital in Cusco, Peru, left an indelible mark on the Andes. The ruins of ancient Inca cities stand as a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of these ancient tea cultures. Today, indigenous communities in the Andes continue to preserve their cultural heritage while facing modern challenges. These communities serve as a reminder of the deep connections between humans and the natural world. 7. The impacts of climate change on the Andes, 300 words. The Andes are not immune to the effects of climate change, which pose significant challenges to both the environment and the communities that rely on it. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, altere, deep precipitation patterns, and changing ecosystems have profound consequences for the region. Glacier retreat is a particularly pressing concern in the Andes. Glaciers act as natural reservoirs, storing water during the wet season and releasing it during the dry season. As glaciers shrink, water availability for agriculture, drinking water, hydroelectric power generation, and ecosystems is at risk. This threatens the livelihoods of communities that depend on these water resources. Changes in precipitation patterns also have far-reaching impacts. Increased frequency and intensity of rainfall can lead to landslides, flash floods, and soil erosion, posing hazards to human settlements. Conversely, prolonged dry periods can result in droughts, affecting agricultural productivity and exacerbating water scarcity issues. Furthermore, altered ecosystems and shifting distributions of plant and animal species challenge the delicate balance of biodiversity in the Andes. Species that depend on specific climatic conditions may face habitat loss or be forced to migrate to higher elevations, where suitable conditions are limited. These disruptions can have cascading effects on the entire ecosystem. Addressing the challenges of climate change in the Andes requires a multifaceted approach. Implementing sustainable land management practices, promoting reforestation, improving water management systems, and encouraging resilient agriculture are essential steps. Additionally, empowering local communities to adapt to changing circumstances and supporting indigenous knowledge and practices can contribute to long-term sustainability. 8. Journey into the Andean cloud forests, 250 words. Exploring the Andes means venturing into the mystical realm of the cloud forests. These lush and mist-shrouded ecosystems are found in the montane regions where the mountains meet the sky. The combination of high humidity, cool temperatures, and abundant rainfall creates the perfect conditions for a diverse array of plant and animal life. The cloud forests are characterized by a dense canopy of evergreen trees, draped in epiphytes such as orchids, bromeliads, and ferns. Mosses and lichens carpet the forest floor, creating a magical atmosphere. These forests are home to a multitude of unique species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. One of the most iconic inhabitants of the cloud forests is the spectacled bear, also known as the Andean bear. This elusive and endangered species is the only bear native to South America. Other nota: Blaze species include the mountain tapir, the Andean cock of the rock, and a variety of colorful hummingbirds. The cloud forests also hold great importance for the surrounding communities. They provide vital ecosystem services, including water regulation and carbon sequestration. The forests act as natural filters, purifying the water that flows downhill into rivers and streams. They also store and capture large amounts of carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate climate change.